The funding for this video is provided by the amazing members of our Patreon. Also contributions from viewers like you. Thank you. Yeah, I started from PBS Kids. What you gonna do? Fight me? Anyway, roll the video. I'm gonna be real. This one may not be as long as the other ones were. Cause y'all know I am so far removed from Meredith and Adrian's relationship with this show. I was so obsessed with it from the ages of like 17 to 20, and now I just simply don't give a fuck. But yeah, let's talk about Glaciator 3, because that's literally what it was. And before the intro rolls, Andre, we need to have a talk, baby. Me and Andre need to have a talk. You this the third time that this done happened. We need to have a little sit down. I'm gonna need you to go make your own Ladybug and Cat Noir fan fiction or go read some, because it's canon in this universe that people do that. Because Andre, we can't keep doing this. We cannot.
Come on, boys, get loud. 'Cause when the music starts bumping, the whole place will be jumping. It's my scene, my scene. You know what I mean. It's my scene, you know what
Hi everyone, before we continue on with today's video, I just wanted to make a quick announcement that Black Friday is coming up. It starts on November 24th, 2022 at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everything on my website from that Thursday to the Monday coming on the 28th, everything will be 40% off, including all the new arrivals like the Cheetah Girls bonnets and the new Miraculous shirts, and also that She Go set that you guys all love. Yes, all will be 40% off. Okay. Thank you. Now let's get on with the video. Hey y'all, it's Harriana. I'm back with another video. Hi, hello, how are you guys doing? My name is Harriana. Welcome back to the pirate ship, also known as Harry Hook's pirate ship. I am the captain. You were not my first mate. I don't got no first mate, because you want to know why? Bring your ear closer to the speaker so you can hear me clearly. Nobody's worthy of being the first mate. Now, hi, hello, how are you guys doing? My name is Harriana, and I like to make content based off nostalgia and family and children's entertainment and all the issues that I find within those spaces. Now, here we are today to talk about the new marichat episode. I saw it coming because, you know, as Adrian is running after Marinette now, Marinette is like, no, Cat Noir, that's my nigga right there. That's how things are going with the two of them. And listen, that's literally what the entire episode is. I'd say, I'm telling you, this video may not be long because I just don't have much to say. Y'all don't come to my channel for stuff about Marinette and Adrian's relationship, mainly because I don't want to talk about that, but I just kind of don't have much to say. I'm like, oh, we're finally getting progression with this relationship 100-some episodes in the show, and I'm not applauding this show for doing that shit. Like, no, y'all should have did that shit at like episode 30 at least or whatnot. But y'all, I'll give y'all some. Let's talk. Okay. First we need to talk about the people in this show need to understand what consent is. Okay, I think we're finally getting around to that, like 100-something episodes into the series. But like, people in this show do not understand like consent, because it did make me a little mad, because you know how Cat Noir used to be all making Ladybug uncomfortable like that, and now Ladybug started doing it to him. But you know, Marinette and Adrian, I'm glad that he like set his boundaries there right there. But then when this random girl walked up to Cat Noir and was like, hey, I'm a fan, can I get a picture? And she like straight up kisses him on the cheek, and I'm just like, and then all these other people start running up to him, and I'm like, okay, we get some decorum, consent, please. Like, this show honestly just has a big ass issue with sexual harassment. Like, that's part of the reason why I got mad that day and made that entire video. But here's the deal about this show having a problem with sexual harassment. I told myself that, like, we should not be applauding Miraculous Ladybug for finally doing the bare minimum, because why did it take literally 100-something episodes for y'all to actually, you know, show, oh, this shit is not okay, and the characters should be aware of that? No, I'm done applauding the show for doing the bare minimum, and that's what they did right there with this. So, yay, consent is finally a thing. Alia, let's talk. I got some strong opinions about Alia. Gabriel was in this episode, not really. He was just mainly Hawkmoth the entire time. But Alia's character, in my opinion, like I said, she's literally the token black kid, and she literally falls into every single last, like, detail that flops into that category where she's always putting herself second in order to put her non-black friends first. And she literally put herself in danger in this episode because Andre, like I said, Andre is just so obsessed with Ladybug and Cat Noir being together. He wants them to be canon. Gabriel ends up akumatizing him after he tried to akumatize Marinette and the shit didn't work. So Alia literally put her ass out on the front lines to try to, like, distract him so like Marinette could come and be Ladybug and whatnot. And I was just like, I'm tired of this, like, the entire thing about like black girls and just black women always having to be strong and always having to put others before themselves and whatnot. Because like both Alia and Marinette were in the wrong in this episode because Alia was just being like, oh, but Adrian likes you. Why you not going after him now? You've been waiting for this moment. But Marinette was like, no, maybe if you actually sat down and listened to me, you would see that I don't want to be with him no more because he causes so many problems in my life. Maybe if I try to go after Cat Noir, then this and that and the third. But it was just like a really big ass miscommunication going on with them two, and they were like kind of mad at each other. I understand all friendships are not perfect or whatnot, but my issue with Alia is just kind of like it's getting worse. Like the tokenism with her character has gotten much worse this season. She is constantly always taking the time out of her day to be over Marinette's house and taking care of her. Like they're constantly she's always sleeping over. And I'm just like, are her parents not concerned about her being at Marinette's house, like basically 4 days out of the week sleeping over? I would be deeply concerned about if my child was doing that. But it's just like, oh, Alia sees that Marinette needs her and she's coming to her defense and coming to her aid, and she's just always, there to, be there for whatever she needs. And it's just getting a bit frustrating to see. This, like I said, I did talk about this in my Anime Weekend Atlanta panel. I'm not sure. Hopefully it's up by the time I put this video up. But so many of the issues with the black characters in this series, and I'm not arguing with nobody about Alia's race because it has been established that she is black. I'm not arguing with nobody. Like I said, once a video goes up, I'm not arguing with nobody about it. What I said was in this video, and that's it. I was just like, so many of the issues with the black representation in this show just comes from the fact that there's just barely any people of color working on it to begin with. Like, for the longest, it was just written by white men. Now we got white women in there. It's low-key not really making much of a difference. The only thing it made a difference was with the misogyny. That's why I think consent is actually a thing now in this series. That really just bothered the hell out of me. I'm just like, if you're trying to find a show that has great representation for black people, that is actually written by black people and the characters are not treated like fucking tropes and stereotypes, don't watch this one. This one is not it, okay? This one's not it, alright? So that right there is just kind of like my thoughts and opinions about when it comes to Alia's character. It was nice that we did get to see some tension between Alia and Marinette though. Like, because not all friendships are perfect. Of course, you're not going to agree with everything your friends do and say and whatnot. And like, Alia be doing stupid things, Marinette be doing stupid things, but they're both like 14 to 15 years old, so I get that. But it's one thing in particular like that took me out. This is how we know Alia is black. Because y'all know how white people just be leaving the house with them shoes on all the time and shit like that? Alia she had them shoes on her feet. She threw on the little flip-flops. You know when your mama tell you to come into the house and bring the groceries in the car? She threw on them little flip-flops and went out the house to make sure, to distract Andre from when he got akumatized and all of that. So that was interesting, I'd say. But one thing in particular I really did like about the entire stuff with marichat, even though that's always been my favorite part of the square, like I said, I'm so far removed. This is how I know I'm growing up. This is how I know I'm maturing. Because I don't care, baby. I am not caring. Harry's not caring. Okay? But it's one thing in particular I did like when he said, because I do feel like a lot of public figures take advantage of their fans, thinking like, oh, this person already likes me, so I can do this and that and the third to them, but they're not going to care. I'm glad that was brought up to their attention, but I feel like I was like, it's obvious that this show has some new writers, because I'm just like, why are we 100 episodes in and finally the talks about consent and morals is coming in the story? Like, Okay, but that right there, I did like how, he was like, this isn't right simply because I'm a public figure and you like the idea of me. But, he doesn't know that Marinette is actually Ladybug and she knows they don't know who each other are behind the mask. But that was really nice to say because I feel like that is like a big problem with a lot of content creators and just celebrities in general. Because I remember, I was reading this one Joe Jonas interview that he did was it for Vogue? Was it for Vogue? I don't know, but he was talking about how he did went on a date with a fan, and like all they did was just like make out the whole time. And a lot of celebrities tend to do that, where they know somebody is a fan of them, and they know that they'll be able to get something out of them simply because of that. They're like, yeah, you want me, and haha, you're gonna do what I tell you. I understand. Like, I understood why Marinette felt like that in that moment with Cat Noir. She was like, oh, it doesn't matter because I'm a fan of you. It's good. It's fine. Like, I don't care. I understood how she was because I told you, if Thomas Doherty, if Thomas Doherty, if y'all know who that is, you must not know who I am. I'm telling y'all. Like, if Thomas Doherty was like, Harry, do you want to go for a walk on the park with me? I would say yes right away. Okay? Okay? Alright. If Thomas Doherty ever does read and thirst tweets or whatnot, I'm gonna have to deactivate my account because But I didn't understand what he meant right there in that part. That's just I'm telling y'all, I'm just so far removed from the square with this series. Like, is it? This is a sign I'm maturing. This is honestly a sign I am maturing. Speaking of maturing, Andre need to grow the fuck up. Like, stop being so sad over these little 14, 15-year-olds not actually being together. Like I said, I did feel like this episode did progress the plot a bit because it's just gonna make Gabriel make things even worse for Marinette than it already is. A lot of times, like, Gabriel is just kind of like careless towards Marinette, but like, from time to time, Lila had put all that shit into his head about it, and then he does see that Marinette is around his son a lot more too. So it is very much interesting to see how Gabriel does treat Marinette post this episode. That's going to be something. Okay, that's just gonna be something. I actually am very scared for Mary. Okay, protect our daughter because Gabriel's fucking insane. That burnt mark on his arm looks worse, and basically, if his ass wasn't losing his shit in the moment, it would have been fixed. Like, it's just like I said, Gabriel. It's sad to see that this addiction that he has is growing worse and worse and worse. But nobody told him to do this shit. Nobody told you to do that. Like, I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck were you and Emily doing to the point where she ended up getting sick with this. Like, that's why I keep telling y'all keep trying to get me to like Emily and shit like that. I'm like, no, They was doing some weird shit with the miraculouses for them to break like that. Because there ain't no fucking reason. And also, I'm just very concerned about the Kwame's well-being right now. Because I remember Tiki had said something about, well, we ain't never had to deal with some shit like this. I think Tiki is lying. It's low-key. Because I feel like they have had to deal with a lot of crazy-ass shit like this in the past. They're just trying to keep it under wraps. Now, I'm not surprised if there was like another Hawkmoth type person around. Because from the world specials, we have inferred that there's a lot of crazy ass people in this world that are just doing whatever the fuck. And this person in Paris just so happens to be Gabriel. Alright. That's pretty much all I gotta say for this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Self-promo time. My Lady Perfidy. Basically, this is my Gabe Nat inspired book. It is Gabe Nat, but it's not. But, we had to make changes because Thomas Ashstruck and Jeremy Zag are not about to get on my ass for, copyright and whatnot. But My Lady Perfidy, I wrote the story. Tashana, my lovely, beautiful friend, she did the photography. Percy did the back, and Kiki Nini did the front. Okay, make sure you guys get it. If you guys went ahead and purchased this, thank you. Your book should be out around the second to last week of November. So please keep an eye out in your mailbox if you went ahead and purchased it. And you can still go ahead and purchase it. The link will be down below. And it's also attached to my YouTube channel. You're Not Crucial. Basically, all these books are bought up already. I still need to sign them. I did sign them. I just gotta do some more stuff and get them shipped out into the post office. Make sure you get yours. They also are on digital copy. Both books are digital copy just as well. I mainly did that for my international followers or people that just kind of don't want to have too much stuff in their homes. I completely get it. Another way you can support me is The Progenies. It's my Descendants fan series. The link to that will be down below. And then I also have Patreon if you guys want to know a way you can support my work without having to actually physically buy things. I understand that. Link to that will be down below just as well. And last but not least, just follow me on everything at Hariana, Hariana. YANNA. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and have a good night.
Cause I work hard to get to this point in my life. I'm blowing up, so don't hate, just congratulate.
Powerpuff Girls will just blow your mind. Buttercup like villains 3 at a time. Bubbles will smile while kicking your butt, and Blossom will lead them out of their rut. Cherish and Powerpuff, 2 of a kind. Both wanna save the world before